You're watching Telecom TV's exclusive coverage of the NGMN industry event from Frankfurt. Joining me now is Dr. Ashok Chatterjee, who is Director General of the Telecommunications Standards Development Society of India. Dr. Chatterjee, thanks for talking with Telecom TV. How does India want to participate in the development of this new fifth generation of mobile?
It's not going to be mobile, guy. I mean, people always say that it's going to be mobile technology. Well, mobile is a given. But 5G, so far as we are concerned, is going to be mobile plus, plus, plus. It's going to be network. It's going to be user experience. It's going to be quality of service. Everything rolled into one. Kind of things that didn't exist before. Like in India, you'd see that machine-to-machine Internet of Things, that will play a pretty big role in 5G. So India will be effective. It's still a work in progress. We just don't know that we are going to do exactly this or exactly that.
This is a departure from previous generations of wireless technology. India now wants to play a far more active role.
It was realized that in the value chain, when you only import technology, when you only import your handsets and services designed by others, where the technology component was designed by somebody else with best of intentions, nobody wanted to ignore India or Indian requirements. But what happened was India started using and India started getting over years what was given to them. And finally, that economy, that country woke up and said, why can't we influence it some way? And we are in the perfect time to start doing so because of this 5G phenomenon.
And how is your organization involved in the 5G process?
I represent TSDSI. It's a mouthful, guy. It's Telecommunications Standards Development Society, India. It's a newest organization in the global fraternity of telecom SDOs, Standards Development Organizations. It was established about a year back. What we are doing is we are providing a platform of these debates. We are not a research organization. We are like a HC of India, a ITU of India. What's going to happen is, in this platform of standards making body, say the academic institutions, when they're doing research on 5G, to take it to the global forums, what do? They bring it here to get it first vetted by the Indian telecom ecosystem. Some, hopefully, consensus emerges, and then it's sent out. So it's a focal point of many exciting things that are going to come out of India.
Do you think India will see 5G deployment about the same time as other countries?
Yes, because India, we are realistic people. We are never going to be designing end-to-end systems as such. We need to first know how to crawl before we walk, and before that, we can be even dreaming of running sometime in the future. So we will choose areas where we have got fundamental expertise. We'll be bringing out our proposals to the global community at large in those specific areas. And that would include, may not be technology specific, but user expectation specific for a developing country, for a particular community that is India, one of the fastest growing economies in the world. It's difficult to drive in Indian roads at 100 kilometers an hour speed, okay? But Indians take railway trains by millions every day. So, what does 5G mean for those millions of train riders, which might not be that relevant to maybe some other communities? So we might bring in that new requirements, new way, a fresh way of looking at things.
Spectrum availability is always an issue. Will it hinder India's ability to roll out 5G in a timely fashion?
We being a country that is so complex, so vast, we are struggling with spectrum for all along. I have no reason to believe that's going to change anytime soon, but it's good and it is incumbent on all of us to push it along, because if we do not play on the spectrum's aspects, somebody is going to decide on spectrum for us. That's not going to be good. So, yeah, I can assure you that spectrum is also going to be speeded up, the decision making around the spectrum. And we are not going to be reinventing that if everybody rest of the world wants spectrum allocation this way and India wants somewhere else, we'll try to harmonize and we will differ from global views only if we are we had to.
How will the introduction of 5G benefit Indian society?
Kind of services that was not even possible up until today. You know, in India, if you went today, 2G is thriving. 3G is not available everywhere. And while 2G and 3G are being deployed, 2G is already there, 3G is being deployed, 4G is also being deployed as we speak. I've got reasons to believe that 5G will be deployed in the pockets 2020 timeframe. We might not be a gigahertz per head per day type of user on day one, but there will be some nifty services. People who are willing and able to pay for it, they are going to be subscribing to those, and it will bring a new revenue stream for some of the operators. So we don't know. If I knew that, I would share it with you, but it's a work in progress. There are global players in Indian market. There are absolutely blue-blooded Indian players. It's a very exciting mishmash. So 5G, some people might think it's too early for India. No, it's not. It's not. You know, we have the advantage of leapfrogging many of the things that the so-called developed world had to, by choice or without being forced into it. They went through that. If we see that some things are not necessary for us, we'll just go to 5G just like that, if that is supported by our requirements.
Dr. Chatterjee, thank you very much indeed.